Ciri collapsed in the swamp. Some peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Valen's self-appointed ruler. The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
Oh my god. Hello everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play The Witcher 3. Oh my god, it's been almost a year since I last played this game. It is good to be back. I have forgotten all my hotkeys. I've forgotten how to play the game. I don't remember what quite we were doing, but I believe this is the last save spot that we left off at. Let's go ahead and begin the quest, and as we begin to figure out who ambushed and beat up this dwarf and stole his papers, we will talk a little bit more about The Witcher 3, why I'm back, what took me so long to begin playing this game again, and then we'll try to pick up where we kind of left off. Let's get started, shall we?
Dwarven moonshine. Nothing stinks quite like it. There's the bottle. Muggs was attacked here.
I think we can follow the scent of that dwarven wine, and that will lead us to where we're supposed to go. And I think it's going to be someplace near this town. So let's begin walking toward, or rather this tavern/inn. That's the term. That's the term. I was going to call it an apartment. I'm not playing a modern game. Yeah, welcome back, everyone. Holy crap. So first things first. Notice how much damage our crossbow does, because I am still using the crossbow damage mod in this game. But I have also fixed the cat mod. So we no longer will require the potion cat to turn on and off cat any longer. I am now running a mod manager in order to get the mods I have installed to work together. And any mods I decide to install later, I'll let you guys know. And we will talk about that mod. Or if you guys can recommend a mod, I'll go ahead and get that installed now that I have a means of getting them all to work correctly. And this gentleman appears to be the one who attacked our fellow dwarf.
Hand over the documents, thief.
Me? A thief? I won him straight, I did, in a game of cards.
Not how Muggs sees it. Claims he was mugged.
He lost, demanded them papers back, and when I refused, he walloped me over the noggin with a bottle. Barely escaped with me life.
I think a fair thing in this instance would be for us to either play for them or pay for them. Let's start by trying to pay for them.
How much are they worth to you?
Well, I don't read myself, but I've seen the seals. I know it ain't no scrap of arsewine. I won't sell them to the first fella comes asking.
We could play for them. Could give me an excuse to play Gwent again. Oh my god, Gwent. I forgot even what my decks consist of. I think, though, we'll use the improved Axii, since we do have points slotted into it.
Give me the papers. You have to.
True. Definite.
Sorry about that, sir. Normally, I would love to play them, but I would like the first video I'm back in this game with to not be spent playing Gwent, if I can help it. So what were we doing when we left off? I think we were doing some miscellaneous stuff for Dandelion. And I stopped playing the game for multiple reasons, but one chief reason in particular. And that was that I had recorded another video for this game, episode I think 61. But I had some trouble with the recording. And in fact, let's say this right now. This video may also end up having some problems. recently any of the videos I'm recording on my new computer, almost 2 years old now, but it's beginning to have trouble when I begin using my video editing software to, well, compress down and or edit the video. And this means I have to take chunks out. I didn't understand what the problem was almost a year ago, though, and decided that I was going to have to redo the entire video. Whenever I have to redo a video, everyone, I become very unmotivated. I don't want to redo an hours and a half of worth of work that I had done earlier. I just want to... Good for you, sir. I just want to play the game again. And so, that single hour and a half stopped me from recording The Witcher 3, or starting the process of re-recording this video for the past almost an entire year. But we're back now. We're going to pick up where we left off and see how well we do. I also got addicted to several different types of games, and I believe I began playing through Eidor Genesis. And that, oh ho ho, that was a lot of fun while I was playing that game. Stop now. We'll talk about Eidor Genesis and what have you coming up.
Well?
Found the thief who took your documents.
It can't be. Let's go get him. You can hold him while I take what's mine.
Slow down. See, this man said he never attacked you. Said you lost to him at cards.
Ah, cheeky bastard. But like me Aunt Rosalie always said, lies got but wee legs and don't run far. The documents belong to my employer. A deed to a townhouse in Vengerberg. And true enough, I've been drinking. Got a bit carried away. I lost them in a game of cards.
Then you whacked the winner on the head with a bottle.
What was it to do? You weren't willing to give him back. When the scoundrel drew a weapon, I fled. But without them papers, I haven't the gumption to show me face at home.
Here, now pay up.
Of course I will. Give you all I've left. Wouldn't have it any other way.
One experience point. And 20 crowns. Holy crap, that quest is so low level. But I'm going to take advantage of it. And a few other things to try to remember my hotkeys, everyone. So that was Roach. I guess we'll walk Roach into town. And I probably, excuse me, Mr. Dwarves. I know your patrol. I probably should pick a fight with something low level so I remember even how to play the game. Because I don't remember how fighting works. I don't remember what my hotkeys were for any of my potions or what have you.
Aye, right.
Oh, crap. The game looks so beautiful. It's so smooth. I don't remember it being so smooth before. Oh, maybe my recording software is set to record it at a slightly less resolution. Lower resolution. I guess I'll have to find out when I check on this video. Right, so what should we talk about, everyone? We're back! And though it's been a year and a whole lot
now. Whoa.
has happened... One second. A whole lot's happened. I still don't have much to talk about because I really need to write down an outline. Alright, so first things I think we should do is figure out what quests we're doing. And I think we were working on Dandelion's quests, weren't we? So what quest was that? Okay, I think this is it. Let's see. Cabaret. Ever since that fateful eve near 20 years ago, when my dear friend Geralt and I visited a no longer existent cabaret in the once beautiful city of Oxenfurt, I have longed with every fiber of being to become the owner of such an establishment. When Alonzo Wiley, more commonly known as Whoreson Sr., left me the rosemary and thyme in his will, my dreams finally began to assume a more concrete form. When Priscilla lent her support to the endeavor, the scales tipped decidedly towards action, and the ball threatened to start rolling. I needed just a few things more to begin my planned remodeling of the Rosemarian Thyme into a cabaret, and so I turned to Geralt, the fiercest fetcher in the world. At last I was free, and never had the nectar of liberty tasted so sweet. No matter how I slurped, I could not imbibe it fast enough. I filled every waking hour, and quite a few sleeping ones, with fevered activity. There was so much to do, and so little time in which to do it. Since the Witcher had proven true and a reliable friend time and time again, I asked him for help, and he readily agreed to provide it. Talk to Rutuk in Vegelbund's residence.
Move it.
And you want me to go back this way. Alright everyone, yes, let's begin talking about what's happened over the course of this past year, I suppose. Because it has been almost a year. So first, one of the reasons I had stopped playing this game was because of Eldor Genesis, a incredible turn-based strategy game. And in particular, I was playing the New Horizons mod.
Some kobolds, some godless dwarves open a brothel, uses she-ogres as courtesans.
That sounds amazing, that brothel. And unfortunately, a bug that I thought was fixed in New Horizons with the most recent patch or version of the mod was not. The AI can occasionally decide to give itself massive amounts of experience points and higher level units because of it. It just gets a ton of experience points very easily, and this causes it to become super high level very quickly, long before you are able to do so as a human player. This also means that several of its units in its armies are also super high level, and it's very unfair. While it is possible, not quite possible, but it is possible to still beat the AI whenever such occurs, it is very difficult and removes a great amount of what I found incredible about the mod. All of the choices that the game gives you, and it gives you a ton of choices, don't matter, because instead you will need to play specific heroes and build specific units to gain access to very specific spells or rituals that you can cast in between battle turns in order to beat the AI. It's very frustrating, and I wish... A part of me wishes I never started to record that game, because, well, people who watch the playlist, they'll probably, and they decide to pick up the game themselves, I would, oops, that's a different hotkey, Tim. I'm going to imagine that they will like the game as well. And the game is still great. I do like the game, but this one glitch makes it very difficult to beat the campaign or beat the AI when the AI is playing in even the single-player missions. If you decide you don't want to do the hundreds and hundreds of hours long campaign, it still takes a long time. It's a long time. It's wonderful, but after about, in my case, about 200 or so hours, I reached a point where it was going to be difficult, if not impossible, to beat the AI without doing the same exact... building the same exact buildings, casting the same exact spells, and using the same exact strategy every single shard that we fought for. And I don't like that. One of the things I really liked about Eldor Genesis was how it gives you so much choice. There's so much diversity in the game between what units you want, the spells that you get, the treasures that you find, the heroes that you hire, the units that you build. And it's wonderful. And to have all that thrown away because you now need to build specific stuff. Oh, it robs it of... It robs the... It robs the game of what I think is the most interesting part of it. Hello? Are we doing a race? Maybe we're doing a race as well. Where is this guy? Wait, are you him?
I bid you a cool farewell.
Oh, I bid you a warm welcome.
Come now, old sport. We can't allow that. Who'd I wager with then, eh? Listen, here's what we'll do. We'll make one more bet. If you win, I'll pay your debts and we'll continue playing. What do you say?
And if I lose?
One worry at a time, old chum. Well, I'll have to place my bet.
Oh, right! Dandelion needed the funds, he needed money. And I think Ratlook owes him money.
You Rotlick?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor, and martyr to my art. At your service.
Dandelion sent me.
Oh, yes. Tell him his placards are done and safely hidden away. Yet, alas, I cannot fetch them, as a group of angry creditors has seized my home.
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you know my predicament. And now Count de Louverton has offered me the chance to win it all back. I'm to wager on a race.
Right. It's not money he owes. He made him some placards for advertising the new Rosemary and Thyme into a cabaret. And we went there, and we didn't find them. This guy, I guess, has hidden them.
Generous. Not just anybody could afford to do that.
De Louverton is not just anybody. He's Duke Sam's youngest son. Sam of the well-known family of gem dealers. One debt more or less makes little difference to him.
What's there to worry about? This is your chance to settle up, get a clean slate.
We've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should I agree to de Louverton's offer and lose, I shall be in bondage to him for all time.
We could try a race. It's been a long time since I've raced. I think we might be able to win. If we lose, we might have to pay more money, but I don't think... I forgot. I haven't even checked my inventory. I think we have enough money to pay the debt easily. But why not win the race? Let's try that.
Let's do this. I'll enter the race. You'll bet on me, win, pay your debts, then give me the placards.
You are that good a rider?
Far from the worst. Go tell the Count you accept his offer. Come on.
And of course, it's been a year, so I don't remember how to race very well. Excuse me, I have to keep in front of you. I have to follow the trail. I don't think I can... Can I let go? No, I can't. If I remember the racing, I think there's rubber banding that happens in the racing. Yeah, and he only decides to run when I run. I think our saddle and everything should let us just win, though. Oh, this is a short race. We're already coming back around on the finish line. We should have the stamina for this. Oh, uh-oh, what the heck? What is that nonsense? What is that? What was that?
Slow now. Whoa.
Thank you. I never expected this. May I ask to what I owe this generosity?
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from time to time. Can we get those placards now?
I'll bring them to the Rosemary in time, just as soon as I settle my obligations.
Fine. See you there.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Wind's howling.
I will start talking at the same exact time. I see a quest here. Let's see if it's that gentleman and if we can do some more horse racing. Excuse me. Hello. I went up the wrong way. I'm not going to be embarrassed by walking past through all of you again. Hello, Mr. Race Master.
Wondering if I could take part in the races.
If you've coin for the rider's fee and a steed of your own, why not? Decide quickly, please. There's a race about to begin.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
I want a race.
Grand. Your name and the name of your steed.
Geralt of Rivia, on Roach.
Excellent. Your opponent, let me see. Seamus Holt astride Athos.
Oh, good horse name. I like that name.
Competitors, saddle up!
Ah, there's a number.
1, 3! 1, 2, 3! Off you go!
Alright, Geralt, we gotta pass him. My goodness, that guy's like sidewinding. What the heck? What are you doing? Oh no passing. No passing. This is a no passing lane. I kind of wish I could practice the race a little bit. This reminds me, I think I mentioned it before, but this reminds me very much of the Zelda racing for horses in the Ocarina of Time. Basically, get in front of your opponent and stay in front of him, because you're not gonna have a chance really to pass him later on. And it looks like this is indeed the now I'm gonna get my horse's butt in your face. All right, let's go to the finish line.
What's going on there?
I think we'll do one of these only, everyone, and then we'll go back to playing the game so I can talk about other things.
Hear ye, hear ye! The final of the Erasmus Vegelbud Memorial Derby is over!
Oh, that was the final? Did we? Wow!
Not bad. Yet we shouldn't kid ourselves. The competition was hardly stiff. Shall I sign you up for another?
Oh, we're getting a racing saddle. Maybe later. Is that better than your current saddle, Roach? What do you have? You have... it's a saddle. Oh, we already have a Superior Racing saddle. Do we? Where's our inventory? Master Crafted saddle, 35 stamina. 50 stamina on that one. That was also 50 stamina. Yeah, we have better already. Maybe though we have equal. Maybe we can get something better. So let's do a few more of these.
Another race. Will you ride?
Wow, 160 crowns for that.
Like to race again?
Someone's excited.
Excellent. Don't go anywhere. We'll start soon. Your opponent this time, Viscount Roma astride Caniculus.
It sounds like
the Viscount races incognito, so I must ask for your discretion.
Sure, we won't tell anyone that the Viscount is here. Ooh, a sunset race. Buddy, you better get out of the lane.
1, 2, 3, off you go!
Alright, we're on the blue lane this time. I'm gonna beat you, Count. The idea is if... You know what? I don't know why they just don't have like a... Oh, well, I guess there's no stopwatch. So that's why they can't have a timed race. It's gonna be quite a turn, Tim. It reminds me of some of the old... There was this one racing game where you had like a jet... It wasn't a jet ski. It was like a motorboat, a racing boat. And you could do this one like you could like hit this. It wasn't Afterburner, but I forget what it was called. And I should know what it's. Anyway, you won the. I think in that game you passed under certain things to gain extra time for your race. Because you could run out of time in it. Or could you run out of time in that game? I can't remember now. What was that? I'm gonna have to look at 1 second. When we're done with this race, I'm gonna look up the game, what it was called. Hydro Thunder! That's one. Hydro Thunder. And God, I love playing that one in the arcade. That was one of the few racing games I actually played when I was growing up.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Slow now.
The final of the Erasmus Vegelbud Memorial Derby is over. The winner is Geralt of Rivia, riding Roach. Glory to the victor! Bravo! Congratulations, you won in style. Shall I sign you up for another?
Let me see what those saddlebags are first. We want to equip the latest and greatest if possible. Those are 70, which is exactly what I have.
Another race. Will you ride?
Yeah, let's do it.
Want to try again?
Gained an appetite, have we? Your opponent this time, Luke Vegelbud, young Lord Albert's cousin, atop succubus. He's the black sheep of the family, but he's not lost a race yet, so he's seen as something of a local champion.
We're not being asked to throw the race. That's nice. Ooh, nighttime race in the rain.
3, 1, 2, 3, off you go!
There's no, like, starting early to give yourself a boost in this one. Oh, I like the thunder as we're running around this. Hydro Thunder. Yeah, so that was a really fun... Which way are we going? That was a really fun fun racing game. Or at least I thought so. I liked it. What helped was that you were, like, the cabinet you played the game on, you sat down on it. And there were speakers on the side of you, and the thing would rumble when you hit certain waves. I really, really like that game. I think I may have that game on one of my ROMs. May have that one. Oh, your horse is fast, sir. We're gonna have to keep ahead of you. We're almost back. I need to recover a little more stamina. Here he comes. I hate those little turn-offs because it's so tempting, or not tempting, but I can get confused and end up taking the wrong path. All right, go! This is it. Roach, we have to get to the end with your current stamina. He's not gonna let up. We can't let Succubus beat us. Oh, it's gonna be close, everyone. We may run out of stamina. It's right up ahead. This is it. Woo!
Hear ye! The final of the Erasmus Vegelbud Memorial Derby is over. The winner is Geralt of Rivia, riding Roach. Glory to the victor!
That was a fun final race. I like the lightning.
Fantastic race. Congratulations. A grand victory.
Superior cavalry saddle.
Is there a land
25 experience points.
Geralt of Rivia. Got it right.
What do you want?
To express my admiration on account of your victory. And here, brought you an invitation from the boss. He'd like to congratulate you personally. Farewell.
Interesting. Witcher, I've heard about your victory in Vegelbud's Derby. Such talent shouldn't go to waste. In fact, if needs to develop, and to make sure it develops, it needs to be generously rewarded. If you're interested in either development or the reward, come visit me at my usual headquarters. Veres. Oh, I love the weather effects in this one. And the rain looks kind of realistic too.
So I'm afraid to see the surgeon. Never know when they'll accuse him of witchcraft.
Oh, that's just Rudalik again. Alright, let's see what saddle that is that we just picked up. 70 stamina versus 50. This is better, so we should definitely use that. And we'll need to vendor all this. It's weighing us down quite a bit. Alright, let's get on Roach. And head on back and talk to Cleaver about the letter? Oh, that was Cleaver who sent us the letter. You know what? Yeah, let's go back and talk with Cleaver. I think we need to go back anyway and talk to Dandelion. Oh, and we should quick save. Woo! Remembered that hotkey. Thank goodness. Yeah, Hydro Thunder was amazing. I really liked that game in the arcade. I wonder how expensive it is to buy an arcade game like that. I mean, the game itself is free, right? Well, if you know where to look for it. But I think I have Hydro Thunder. Actually, I think you can buy Hydro Thunder on GOG or Steam. I think that might be available. What the heck? Roach, what's going on? Roach, stop. Stop!
Hey there.
Alright, let's...
Faster.
Let's do that. No! No! Can't go that way. Nope! Can't go that way. Alright, there's... No one mentions what just happened, okay? No one talks about what just happened, and no one's embarrassed. And by no one, I mean, you guys don't talk about it, and I'm not embarrassed. Yeah, I wonder how expensive it is to buy a cabinet, though, to play. Oh, I guess you could make something like it. I mean, I don't have room in the house for it anyway, so... I've always wanted to purchase at least one arcade game for one of my back rooms. The Dungeons and Dragons Tower of Doom would be fantastic. I used to love playing that game when I was growing up. I could beat the entire game. It would take about 2 hours on one quarter using the cleric. Because sticks to snakes could severely damage the lich at the very end of that game. That was amazing. I just had to make sure I could get past the Black Dragon. That was usually the part where I would fail, if I was going to fail. I think that game's actually out on Steam, too, if I recall correctly. Alright, so... what were we talking about originally? We're talking about Eador Genesis New Horizons. So, alright, let's talk about the game just itself so you guys know what type of game it was. So, Eador Genesis New Horizons is a civilization type of game, like Masters of Magic, for example. Actually, I guess Masters of Magic is probably more accurate than a game like Civilization. So you have your strategic layer, which involves you building buildings on the world map, and selecting what your heroes are going to be doing each turn. And then they can either explore locations, they can battle other armies, and that takes place on the tactical map. And there, your units, they each get an action, they attack their enemy and stuff like that. After one side gets all their actions, the other side will then get to take theirs. And it's wonderful. It's a great amount of fun. I've always liked Eador Genesis. The first time I played it, I loved the idea of the combat in that game. And the spells you have are very... There's a large variety of them. The units you hire, the alliances you make, the heroes that you hire themselves, what type of lord you want to play. It's all done so well. But the base game has many...
Whoa!
I would consider to be balance issues. Not all the spells are as useful as others. In fact, some tier 1 spells, the easiest ones to acquire, outshine even the later spells in the game with just how powerful they are. Something like Web or Astral Energy is simply amazing with how strong it is. And some of the heroes are much more powerful than others in the base game. New Horizons sought to rebalance a good amount of it. It added quite a few new races to the game as well. Added a great amount of new quests for you to do. And a ton of new equipment, new spell schools, improved and fixed some of the text that was...
Slower.
I've done nothing. Gentlemen, I beg you, back off.
Don't dare interfere.
Please, I've a wife, children, mercy.
Too late. You must die.
What's this about?
This Dwan sold Fistek to some young elves. A contaminated batch that killed every other user.
Oh.
Lies. They mean to kill me, steal my gold. Help me, please.
What you sold was poison. Shame you weren't there to see the young lad and others expire amidst spasms.
You, all of you, to an elf. You despise humans, seek vengeance on us. But can you fault us? Fault me for your civilization's downfall?
Shut your mouth, poisoner.
Need to see if this man's actually carrying any Fistek.
We've done that already. Checked everywhere, even his boots. Nothing. The bastard sold it all, which hardly makes him innocent.
Just the sale of Fistek is bad enough, but offering contaminated powder, it's malicious. Something that has to carry punishment.
No! Don't let them murder me! You can't!
Thank you, Vatgern, for letting us do what was only right. Vafael.
Well, there might not have been any proof he actually sold it, but they all seem pretty confident.
Go, go.
I never seen that quest before. I'm gonna go with we did the right thing there, but in truth, if he's got none on him, he might not have done it. We'll say that Garrett has a soft spot. All right, hold on, everyone. How do I take out my weapon? A guy's rushing me. I need to know how I take out a weapon. How do I unsheath a weapon? Have you key bindings? Yes, everyone, it has been this long. How do I... What was my hotkey? 1 and 2. Okay. We're gonna fight for that sandwich.
Come on.
Roll time!
We took hip. It's okay. We have plenty of water. Yeah, $1 and a chicken leg. We'll take a magical Novigrad sword. Come on, Roach. All done with that nastiness. Oh man.
Go.
Okay, 1 and 2. Oh, and I guess Roach will leave you here. So I think the entrance into the city's right here. And let's see if we can see Dandelion. Actually, Cleaver first, I guess. Yeah, so one of the things I really liked about Eador Genesis was the sheer amount of options it gave you. No shard needed to be played the same. And for a game that is hundreds of hours long, similar to The Witcher 3, imagine... Well, 1 second, we're gonna get past the guards.
You know who I am. I'm Jean-Baptiste III. Yes, the Zoe's Baptiste.
I guess maybe we're done with all the talking.
Got my eye on you. Take my advice.
Oh, right. This place is now under heavy guard. They purged all the witches in here. And we helped... Oh, what's her name? Oh, no! What was her name? The redhead. They're all redheads. Triss. Triss Marigold. Right, yes. We helped her escape. And we professed our love for her. And she came back for us. That's right. Yep, I remember now. Oh, this guy's still out here? It's been a year, buddy. It's been a year. It's been a whole year. 1 second. We'll keep talking once we're past this guy. I'll let you just keep talking. Keep talking, friend. Everyone.
Trouble?
Alright, so... Yeah, so... Imagine the way the campaign works in Eador Genesis is that it's... If you've played a Civilization or Masters of Magic game, imagine that you just played a game of Masters of Magic or Civilization, and you just won the game. Congratulations, you won 1 shard. Now, you do it again. And every time you win, you unlock like anywhere from 1 to 3 buildings, and you get some other rewards as well. It's really well done, and if you like the combat and you like the idea of the game, then you'll love playing it over and over again, just to see what new units what new strategy you get. Again, though, in the base game, some things were obviously stronger than others. In New Horizons, you had to mix up your strategy somewhat, and I really liked it. it also, again, attempted to fix some of the balancing issues, or many of them, and I really like that as well. Hello.
Shut off, Horse Munch.
No, I'm here to see your boss.
Sort of.
No. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of.
No. Hello, Cleaver.
Thanks for the invite.
Congratulations. Quite the win at the Vagel, buds. Luke's one hell of a prick, but I don't recall him ever losing before. And seeing as you outran him, you actually stand a chance at Paleo. Make some real coin.
Paleo? Never heard of it.
Fuck me, what a peasant. The Paleo's a race held at night in the city streets. Used to be every district sponsored a competitor. Things are different now. You're gonna race jockeys put forward by Bedlam and Reuven, but my coin's on you.
Oh, I like it.
Fine, I'll race.
Lovely, colour me thrilled. Just don't bloody let me down, because I'm about to bet a small fortune on you. Go prepare. Drink some chamomile or whatever the fuck you do.
Are we racing right now? I hope not.
Paleo
Oh God!
is above all a race of honor.
Oh no!
The winner doesn't just win a reward, he earns our respect as well. So, take your positions and get the fuck going.
I don't think I was ready to start this. Oh, Roach. I forgot I actually manually turn you. That's a beautiful evening for a race, everyone. I thought it was through the city streets. This isn't through the city streets. This is on the outskirts of the city. And half my time I'm racing everyone. I hope you guys really, really enjoy the races, because I'm looking up at the mini-map the entire time to see where I'm supposed to go. Nope, this way.
Faster.
Forgive me, guys. Oh no, no, I don't want you passing me, though. I have to be in the lead or I've lost. It's like that in most of the racing games I've played. If you're not first, you'll end up last very quickly. I don't actually remember, like, this isn't an obvious track at all. Oh, one of the blue racers is gone. He's just utterly gone. That works for me. We have one guy behind us, though. Hey! Hey, you can't do that! I saw that. And there's the other guy behind us now. But maybe we've recovered enough stamina? Feels like we're about to head back to where we started from. Is this it? We're getting some cheers.
Cleaver had a good up recruiting you. Congratulations.
Oh, we won! Hey! Hey! I didn't do this last time. That was a first.
Give us a kiss, Geralt.
Kiss him.
No? Then I'll smooch that roach of yours. That were lovely.
And my pay?
Take it, you cheeky bastard. Never met a man who earned his coin fairer than you did today.
Temple Guard, scatter!
We gotta get the fuck out of here. Thanks, Geralt.
No problem, man. Thank you. That was awesome. 700 coins for that, too. Okay, we'll let them fight. I don't need to get involved in that. Actually, why'd they come out there and start fighting? What was the point? Oh, is it because they're part of a gang? I guess so. I guess that's still considered bad. So once we get into here, we'll take a look at our new blinders that we got. Let's take a look at those. Horse racing blinders, 40 fear level, better than what we're currently using. Oh, and we want that quest again. That was a level 14 quest. This one. Yeah, so the game, I really like the game. There's not a lot of RNG with the combat either. In fact, there's a little more added with the addition of New Horizons, which adds a little bit of damage spread to some of the spells. And sometimes you crit and do slightly more damage than you normally would. But most of it, it's not like any hit percent chance or the like. You always hit your enemy and so on. And so it's just wonderful. Absolutely love New Horizons. The only problem with it is, again, well, one of the problems with it, the biggest problem with it, the only reason why I'm not going to keep playing the game is because of the way the AI gets, it seems to get massive bonuses to the experience it earns. In the game, okay, it is, the max level in the game for a hero is level 30. You can probably get level 30 on your first hero by the time you hit turn, let's say, 100? Maybe 110? The AI gets it about turn 50, which is impossible for you to do. Chameleon. A bit thundery outside, but oh, look at those girls. They're like synchronized. That's pretty cute.
Needs a minor key.
But I wanted
to ruin everything. We'll start an email.
Well, well. See, the crew's been hard at work. Not bad.
No, not all. But I'd imagine something more, you know, more theatrical.
Don't you like it? But I thought a boudoir would be right in line with your tastes.
Oh, you chose it. Well, I'm not saying it's bad, just different. Not exactly what I'd envisaged. You know, now that I think about it, you're absolutely right. A boudoir's the perfect setting for a cabaret. What about Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his own. Should be here soon.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the Chameleon.
Never mentioned wanting to change the name.
Rosemary and Thyme wasn't all bad, but it conjured images of Temerian cuisine served by waitresses in peasant garb. Chameleon's a lot better for a cabaret, apart from which it emphasizes that the place has undergone a transformation. Just a better ring to it all round.
A chameleon's not really a transformation, right? It's more like hiding the fact it's there.
What about choreography? Prepared anything special for the opening?
We haven't. But Polly has. She's priceless. Came in and brought the girls in line before I could say knickers. Premier will have the audience on their feet, on their knees, both at the same time.
Guess everything's ready. So when's the opening?
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour. I just need to nip back home for my dress.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true. So, around to celebrate? I'm buying.
Yeah, I'll have a drink.
Why not?
That's my boy. The foreman mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking.
He saw right.
And she say anything about me?
She did call him very rational.
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time. One thing's eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Oh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4 hours. 4 hours from the Cloak and the Dagger.
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am? She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
Of course she did. Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time anyway.
So it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Master Dandelion! Priscilla, she's...
What? Speak, man.
She's badly, been attacked. They took her to Vulmerius Hospital.
Attacked? She's hurt? Geralt, come with me, please.
Of course, let's go.
Gods. Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
Well, I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Beg your pardon, but you are a relative?
Relative? No, a friend. A very close friend.
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery. Until recently, a lecturer at Oxenfurt Academy.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her injuries, besides her eye?
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and esophagus. Clearly someone forced her to imbibe a caustic fluid.
They wanted her to never sing again.
So this was no ordinary attack, no robbery.
Clearly not. It was the act of a demented mind, and not its first.
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact, just this week, a corpse turned up in the morgue with similar injuries. And no heart.
No heart? You mean that might have happened to Priscilla? Is someone looking into this?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn here.
Geralt, I know I owe you 100 times over, but I need to ask you another favor. Find the bastard who did this.
Oh, I agree.
Find him. And kill him.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be autopsied. Doing so could very well provide some clues. No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than wait for this maniac to strike again, I'd prefer to excise him. Not unlike a tumor.
Great analogy, but this tumor's not gonna sit there, wait to be excised. Appreciate the help, but I doubt you know what you're getting yourself into.
I know perfectly well, and I assure you I can take care of myself.
Easy assurance to make, harder to back up, especially if you've spent your whole life wielding a scalpel, not a sword.
Look at this scar. Don't be shy. Any idea what leaves such a mark?
A flail. Morningstar, maybe.
What do you think? A blow sustained at the operating table? No? Let me repeat. I know what I'm doing, and I wish to help.
Oh, like a CAD file. That one mystery series. The monk was a detective, but he had been in the Crusades.
Think they'll let me into the morgue?
By the main entrance, certainly not. But you can also get inside through the sewers.
The sewers? Travel them often, Doctor?
As often as required for, the pursuit of preventive medicine.
Alternative treatments. Aggressive ones, I'm guessing. Interesting.
We can discuss this en route. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Ready and intrigued. I'll get whoever did this, Dandelion. Even if it's Hierarch Hemmelfart himself.
Thanks.
You lead.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think. Sewing up drowner victims can grow awfully tedious. Hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
He's armed with a crossbow, it sounds like.
Come on.
Oh! I just remembered. One of the mods I wanted to apply is a mod which always applies the proper oil to our weapon. So we're back down here in the... Seems like just yesterday I was talking about this, but it's been a year. We're down here in the sewers. We're most likely going to encounter necrophages. Oh, that's a water hag. That was exciting. Have some more water. We'll be fine, everyone. Although, oh, is it still in effect? 29 more hits. There we go.
Another takes its place.
I know how you feel. Believe me. Where to now? Up?
Yes, it's not far now.
Priscilla, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobritz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count.
I love the exposition that's happening here as we're venturing through this drowner-infested sewer. Absolutely wonderful. God, I miss this game. I'm so glad to be playing it again. Holy crap.
Take the ladder. This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
I guess we'll take advantage of the fact we're here to loot the place a tiny bit. That's a girl. Not a dwarf.
That's gotta be him.
But this one's a she. Remember, beards are no indicator of gender amongst dwarves.
Dwarf, but the hands. Not a carpenter's. A banker's, more likely. Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood?
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt. Like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel?
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
Forced to drink something, then. Oh, which we already knew.
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes, and some grey dust. Ash, it seems, very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out, wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin, an incision, but the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
I like this. They're both familiar with corpses, so they can verify or what's what I'm looking for. Criticize the other's statements.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded. Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience?
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him. See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
Mm-hmm. And a different sense of humor.
I find joking in situations where it is gruesome or extremely sad to be the best counter to such situations.
His genitals. We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation. Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
Yeah, I think it was a ritual murder. Especially if we have several people who have been... This has been attempted on them.
It's some kind of sick ritual. You saw it. Burns in the eye sockets, cavity where the heart should be, scalding liquid, all centering on warmth.
Salamander.
Heat, fire.
Yep.
A fire eternal.
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted, drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
You old friends?
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine. Long ago.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor's role is to treat the ill, not save the world.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact. 30 years, and you've not changed a bit.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebirets was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, Your Reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As Your Reverence wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
Thank you.
Nathaniel. Who is he?
A scoundrel. A rogue. Like every man who wears the robes of the Eternal Fire.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the robes.
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer. Delighted especially in torturing women. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Dream job. Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
Don't aim to press you.
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. It's just an old wound, unhealed as yet. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
Bloody bum!
Alright everyone, that does it for us. Thank you guys for watching. When we come back, we will begin trying to investigate who attacked Priscilla. I'll see you guys in the next one, and we will be recording that next one soon, so it won't take a year for the next video. Thank you all for watching, and take care everyone.